The Phantom of the Opera is here. Inside this box. It needs a biohazard warning. I'm gonna have to deal with body bags. Lots of body bags. Okay. We got body bags galore in here. Yep. This is gonna be my first ever figure. So let me get this unboxed and opened up, and we'll take a look at what we got here and go from there. Well, as you can see, we got body parts everywhere. Got some arms. Need a hand? I got this kit from Jack in the Box, and he had started it. Got it pretty much painted up and good to go. Still need some touch-ups and some other minimal details and things, but need to finish some hair. Got his mask. Got the little caged critter dude. Pretty spooky. Like I said, it's a biohazard in here, man. Base looks pretty nice. Looks like he's got a little moss or something growing on the rocks here. I think I might shoot this with some matte clear, because it's got too much gloss for me personally. I think it needs to reduce its shine a little bit. A little bit more moss growing up in the corner. My main focus though is going to be on the inside of his cape. He had tried putting something in here, and as you can see, it needs to now be covered, so I could either do some flocking or some material, and more than likely I'm going to use some material on it. Cut a piece and start in the middle and work my way out to the edges and then trim it. Needs a little buffing and some cleanup and whatnot, but for the most part, I think the old opera man is going to be doing just fine. Might need a little touch up on some of his jeans here. He's got some high spots that got a little wear in them, and yeah, I'm gonna have to finish this guy up here. So it doesn't take too long to throw them together. There ain't a whole lot of parts, so I'll have my first figure model built that I'm aware of. I do remember building a skeleton frog thing. I think it was only like 10 pieces, 12 pieces, whatever, not big deal, but I don't call that a figure compared to a human figure kind of thing, but you know. So anyway, I'm going to carry on with this, and I'll probably bring you back when it's done, or maybe while I was doing something I'll come up with an idea for a little clip, but yeah, more than likely you'll just see some final pictures and a little walk around, talk around kind of thing. So thank you, Mr. Jack in the Box, and we'll get this one on shelf in honor of you, and thank you very much. So see you later. Over here we got the Phantom of the Opera. He's hanging out. I got everything pretty much touched up and ready to go. Shot everything with some matte clear and this is the way the head was painted. And I was debating if I wanted to leave it looking like a zombie, because the story goes the opera house started on fire and he got burnt. So I'm not really sure zombie is how that should have turned out. I think it needs a little more human tan flesh, a little less zombie effect. But I haven't really done the back of the cape yet, but I did get him pretty well sorted and touched up some flat black areas, a little bit of buffing to bring out some highlights, and he's looking good. That would be my red material that I was thinking of using on the inside of the cape. That's right, folks. The Phantom of the Opera is done. Done well enough, anyway. Basically what I did to the face was I put the teeth in white, still a little jagged and dirty looking, because I decided to keep with the green paint that Jack had done, because he did it. I did add a little bit of white to the eyebrows, a little bit of gray hairing going on. It's kind of hard to tell, but the big white patch there on the side of his face. The real story, original story, he had his brain skull was exposed. There's a big part of skin that was missing. His right cheek had a big scar, a gash type thing in it. And his lips were all messed up. And he was balding. And actually he had, this picture will probably explain it better, but a multitude of issues, defects, maladies, illnesses, things that were not good for him. But as you can see, we got the cape in there. And you can see I got white around the outside edge. I'm still going to take my flat black and kind of touch that up a little bit so it blends in a little more like a seam. And I kind of screwed up just a little short in this corner for some reason when I stretched it all the way over, but I just added a little piece on there. Don't really notice it that bad. And I even, it's hard to tell, but the buttons on his shirt are actually flat white, acrylic flat white, compared to his semi-metallic shirt. And his bow tie is actually flat white along with the collar. Yeah, so I did a few little bits and dabs to him. There you go, crank your head sideways. Yep. We won't do that to you. But anyway, that pretty much finishes the Phantom of the Opera. I want to say thank you to Jack in the Box for offering these up to kind of offset his hardships at the time, and now I got one of his paint jobs in my collection, and basically I assembled it, so I guess it's his paint job, my build, I guess. But anyway, pretty cool little dude here, and the mask is just setting in his hands, and it does fit on his face pretty well. It just doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose doing that at the moment, so I leave it where it's at. But now comes the fun of trying to find a spot to place him. Looks like I'm going to have to rearrange a shelf or two, but yeah. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff if and when you feel like it. Or don't, whatever. But anyway, till next time. I don't know what we're building yet, but we got a few projects coming, so hang tight and we'll get around to them eventually. Till then, Bye.